Welcome back, Below Average Wild Camper. It's been a few weeks since my last video, so thought I'd do just a small one. So I'm in the Peak District with my good mate John. We've just parked at Hayfield and we're heading up onto Kinder Scout, my favourite place at the minute. And we haven't got any fixed plan, but we're just going to have a little explore around on the plateau, find somewhere to pitch our tents and have just a chilled wild camp. But the weather forecast's terrible. So the weather forecast all week said black clouds and rain. But as you can see, we've got our waterproofs off. So we're just hopefully avoiding the showers. Anyway, we've started with a fairly steep climb. You feeling it?
Just a bit.
Aye. Just had a breakfast at Rosie's Cafe in Hayfield, which was very nice. Anyway, I think we'll just get this climb out the way and then I'll bring you back when we're at the top. So we've just reached the, well, not quite the top, but we've reached Edale Cross, so we're going to turn left and that'll take us up onto the plateau of Kinder Scout. It's quite a tough climb that. We're both sweating, but I'm pleased to say it hasn't rained, although I probably just jinxed us. Right, we'll carry on. There's a black cloud over there. So we're at Edale Rocks, so we're just going to have 5 minutes, put another layer on, because that breeze when you're sweating get a bit cold. Right, yes, that was a hard climb. So we haven't got any plan, we're just going to have a little mooch around the edge and then I suppose find somewhere decent to pitch our tents. Right, we've just topped up our water. John's been getting himself one of them Sawyer minis. All the gear. It still looks a little bit like wee, but that's the Peak District tea for you. But if it doesn't stick in your throat,
It'll not stick in your arse, will it?
quite the opposite actually. Right, anyway, we're going to probably get to Grinsbrook and then have some lunch. Right, so we've had our lunch and I think we're going to attempt the 7-minute crossing. Is it 7 minutes?
7 minutes.
7-minute crossing. But we're not 100% sure we're on the right one, but we think this is it here. So I know it's when you come up from Golden Clough and then goes up there. Anyway, we'll sharp find out. But it's on John's map, it's not on my map. So we'll get there, the other end, and then we'll get some water before we pitch our tents. So here we go, 7-minute crossing. Definitely won't take us 7 minutes, a lot longer. Well, we've Managed to navigate the 7-minute crossing without any hiccups, and I've still got dry feet, which is a miracle. I can imagine in the winter that's a proper quagmire. But yeah, we had our lunch. We had to put our rain jackets back on because there was a few spots in the air, but it didn't start raining, so so far we've been very lucky. Once John's filled up his water bladder from Blackton Brook, we're going to carry on the path and perhaps somewhere around Sailstones find a pitch for both our tents. So yeah, so far so good. When we get to where we're going to pitch, I'll bring you back there and I'll show you in our tents. Right, so as you can see, just pitched, or I've just pitched. John's over there, I'll show you him in a bit. I'm between these nice rocks, and I've got a slightly different configuration, you might notice. So the front's a bit higher. I've changed where, if you look at my previous videos, you see it's normally a very narrow door, so I've changed where the longest line is, and it just gives a little bit more room at the front, and I'm hoping a little bit more room in the inner because I've been able to pitch it higher. But I've definitely not pitched on a very flat area, so when I'm getting in and line in, it's sloping again, so I'll probably have another slip and sliding night, typically. But yeah, so you can see loads of room, but definitely a bit of a slope. Right, let's go and have a look at where John is. Managed all right, John?
Aye. I would have maybe pitched it better if it wasn't raining. But,
aye. Typically it just started raining as we started pitching our tents. So John's in his Fox 2. Fox 2? Aye, Fox 2. Looks canny though. He's definitely got a flat pitch by the looks of it. Right, anyway, we'll get ourselves squared up and then we might get the kettle on. Right, see you in a bit. Right, so it's tea time, and for once, John's cooking for me. So he's got his maple stove, fire maple, and he's got a frying pan, and we're having veggie burgers. And it's freezing. It's July the 7th and I'm freezing. So veggie burgers, and we've got some like plastic cheese to put on the top, some buns, and he's even brought tomato sauce. So once we've got it in the bun, we'll show him, we'll do a taste test. Right, burgers have served up. Plastic cheese, tomato sauce, bread bun. Lovely, aren't they? They're lovely, them. Beyond burgers. I don't think they're any better for you than normal burgers, like. But very nice. Got 2 more in the pan. I'll be going to bed after that, though. I'm freezing. Right, well, had our dinner and gone back into the tent, try and warm up a bit. Aye, it's July the 7th, but that wind's bitter cold. Anyway, I was just lying in my tent, relaxing, and then someone pokes their head in. Andy Beavers. I think I'd nabbed the area he was going to camp, but anyway, he's just camped not far away at another little pitch. So I had a bit crack with Andy, went to see his new tent. You kind of get away from him, man. Anyway, I'm going to put the kettle on, have a warm drink, try and warm up. Now I think I'll listen to the radio. Right, well, just had a bit of crack with Andy. But I think I'm going to hit the sack now. I'm a bit cream crackered. So I'll wish you a night, God bless, and I'll see you in the morning. Night, night. Well, morning. It's about 20 past 6. And it's nice and warm, and there's no breeze, and there's no midge. Quite a bit of condensation on the inside of the tent. But I haven't been put on. So anyway, I've got the kettle on. And I'm going to have one of these real field meal breakfasts, and this one is chocolate muesli. I slept well there. I woke up at 4 o'clock to go to the toilet. I don't think I woke up between going to sleep and 4 o'clock, which isn't bad for me. Yes, woke up to a nice morning. So anyway, I'll have my breakfast and then I think we'll get packed up and then set off on the hike back, which I'd imagine is probably about from where we are, maybe at least 4 or 5 mile hike back to Hayfield. Right.
Pioneering study looked at data on air pollution levels and analysed thousands of frozen embryos.
So they're saying so privately. There have been a handful of lawmakers who have come out publicly in the last few days, and I think that they needed to have a candid discussion before the Congress comes back into session to discuss exactly how to test the temperature.
Well, we've packed up in a bit of urgency because we've definitely outstayed our welcome. The midges turned up, so I jinxed us. That's my first midgie episode I've had, but that was a proper swarm and I was packing the tent away. Anyway, that was a really nice camp, nice summer camp. Very lucky with the weather. It's lovely to see Andy Beavers. You enjoyed it, John?
Yep.
Right, so anyway, we're going to head back and follow the edge of the plateau and then descend down to Hayfield from Williams Clough. If you've liked the video, leave us a comment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Right, cheers.